real strength doesn't flex. It's that silent strength that you can just feel somehow. You just know. Like that farmer strength, that dad strength. It's the type of strength that you can't develop in the gym. You have some boys, some men go to the gym, work on those show muscles, but they never really discover those go muscles, those muscles that the real life strength is a manifestation of. And that real strength comes from within. And then it manifests itself in and as the body, totally transforming it. That real strength comes from our true nature. And when our true nature is discovered and embodied, then it brings us back to natural living, let's call it. Living aligned with our true nature. The natural movement is what forges this natural strength. Like the natural movement of exploring, you're trekking with a pack on your back, carrying a load, the container of provision, your supplies, everything that you need. Perhaps you're looking after your wife, your kids, and you must carry their supplies, their provisions. You must have the strength to do so. You must have a body that is literally a structure that is stable under that type of load, that can balance over uneven terrain. As you walk through the forest, across mountains and streams, or that real life strength that's needed on a farm, or building a structure with your hands. That type of natural strength is something that can't be developed in the gym. In a lot of ways, we make the gym comfortable. Nice bars that are perfectly designed to fit in our hands. Whereas the real world, the natural world, doesn't have that type of comfort. A rock doesn't have handles, and a log doesn't have any padding. And when you are required to pick up a rock and move it, cut down a tree, and bring back the wood to your camp or your settlement where you're building, you see a whole new strength is required. There's an activation of stabilizers that the gym simply can't develop. A lot of the ways we train in modern training is through isolation. This isolation, looking at the body as parts and pieces instead of a unified whole, is a distortion. It's not seeing clearly. It's not seeing the body as a whole. It's not seeing natural movement and how it restructures the body naturally. It's funny because we use these words, this guy's yoked. And that word literally refers to the movement that develops that type of look, that structure, the thick mid-back with the traps, the rhomboids so developed, like they're bulging, thick, erector muscles, columns, like chains on each side of the spine, comes literally from lifting loads like we used to with a yoke, whether it be buckets of water coming back from the stream, work in the field on the farm. But that movement is a natural movement. To carry a load across the shoulders like that literally shapes the body into that very distinct look that we have called being yoked. And yet, you can go to the gym and work a bunch of exercises in isolation, work a bunch of muscles in isolation, and never truly develop that same strength. It might look close to that look of being yoked, but it fails in its performance. It's that sort of like how people call the sleeper body, the sleeper build. It might not look super strong because it doesn't have the show muscles, but when it's time to perform, then it definitely has those go muscles. And that type of strength is undeniable. And it humbles those who are just chasing that outer appearance. It's that dad strength, that farmer strength that is silent. It doesn't need all the attention. It's not walking around the gym with its chest puffed out and arms sticking out like you got wings, showing off, trying to make a big show. Yet when it comes time to actually demonstrate one's strength, not as a matter of getting attention, but simply just living. It's the type of strength that humbles people. And that strength, that real world strength, that natural strength, it literally comes from what we can call your way of life. And that way of life is an integrated life. It's one that's discovered their true nature and is so aligned with it that they are not separate from it, but they are one. And it's that integrated, embodied path that makes that strength so profound, where one is forged while walking their path. Just like walking each day to the stream, carrying buckets of water, will over time forge that natural strength that comes from that movement. You see how one doesn't treat it as exercise. They don't see it as exercise. That word is foreign to them. And it's very revealing because it shows how disconnected we are to ourselves. And as a result, that natural way of living, because that natural way of living is a natural expression of our true nature. When you discover your true nature and you start integrating and embodying your true nature, your life becomes an expression of it. That natural way of living starts transforming your body. It realigns the body. The body no longer functions as parts and pieces. It has integrity, meaning it's unified, it's whole. And that wholeness is the real strength. The one that's whole, that knows they're whole, that lives without fragmentation. They have that presence that's undeniable. Like I said at the start of the video, it's that strength that's silent. It's that embodied strength. It has no need to flex. It has no need to show off. It has no need to prove itself. To the one that's whole, their life is simply a demonstration of that strength through ordinary ways, not through setting records, not through doing heroic things, but simply the ability to embrace all aspects of life, to live so fully, that their authentic expression is felt as that strength, that power, the power of presence that they are. If you're resonating with this message, it's an invitation for you to discover your true nature. And not just discover your true nature, but to integrate and embody it so that you can live as your true nature and your life transforms to be an expression of it. To come back to the natural way of living, to experience the strength of your soul, the power of presence. Join me on the journey of truth.